Hello, everyone. This is Michael Allen, host of the iDateMedia podcast. This is episode number 12. And in today's episode, we're going to talk about mobile dating apps as well as steps to create a dating website. Let's get into it. First and foremost, today is February 26, 2022, and a couple days ago, Russia decided to invade Ukraine. iDateMedia, as well as a lot of people around the world, stand with the people of the Ukraine. And we hope that the Russian forces will be repelled back. We are not fans of this. It's absolutely horrible what is happening over there, and I know my voice does not get very far, but I just want to voice how I feel about this. I feel it's wrong. People are dying, and it seems like American and allied forces are just standing by, allowing it to all happen. Sanctions and condemning actions does not fix the problem where people in the Ukraine are dying right now trying to protect their country from the Russian invaders. And that's all I'm going to say about that. So I wanted to go back and talk about mobile dating apps. In the previous podcast, I had mentioned about Apple rejecting all new dating apps that were being put into the Apple Store. This was the case for most of 2021. As of lately, Apple has started to allow these apps to come back in. So during last year, we focused on responsive design, and we didn't really update our mobile dating app simply because Apple was rejecting apps. So if you had bought a mobile dating app, it wasn't going to get into the App Store last year. This has since changed, and so we have started updating our mobile dating app, and we're about a month away from releasing that. So you can check out the mobile dating link at the top of iDateMedia.com for information on our mobile dating app. We still offer the responsive design as well, so you can get all that information right there on the mobile dating page. So the next thing I want to talk about is how to create a dating website, and you can do it in pretty much 3 easy steps. So one of the first things you need to do is you need to create your domain name. So this involves going out to GoDaddy and searching for it and see if it's available. If it's available, go ahead and buy it. But what you really need to do is figure out what that domain name is going to be. So you need to really think about the niche market that you're going into. Be sure that you're selecting a niche that's something that you're into. You don't want to get into a market that you don't know much about. For example, if you like hiking, drinking wine, you might want to start a dating site for those types, as well as going to GoDaddy.com and finding a domain name that fits that market. The second thing you want to look at is you want to get some decent dating software. We feel that we've got the best dating software. A lot of niche market dating sites like Farmers Only, Thai Love Lines, MSRP Match, a lot of these top niche market dating sites use our dating software. This doesn't mean you have to use iDateMedia dating software, but find a dating software that you like and make sure that they have support. The next thing you want to do is you want to market your dating site. We do have a podcast on marketing. If you go to our podcast page and scroll down to the very bottom, the very first podcast that we put out was about social media marketing. It lets you know how to use social media marketing to market your dating site without paying for it. There are ways to use Twitter, Facebook, LinkedIn, and Instagram to where you don't have to pay for marketing, but you could get a lot of exposure for your dating site. There's also a saying, we've seen it in the movies, we've seen it in society, that if you build it, they will come. Well, this is sort of true. If you build it, they can come. Now, if you're building a dating site that's in a saturated market, more than likely they're not going to come, because now you're competing against all these other dating sites that are in your niche. The key to this create a dating website and they will come phrase is that you need to create a dating site that is in an unsaturated market. You want to make sure there's not a lot of competition, and then you want to build out accordingly. But you don't have to spend thousands of dollars on dating software and spend even more money marketing it. So if you can find an untapped niche, then you can market that via social media and do pretty well. Other dating software providers will charge you upwards of $10,000 to build your dating site. You don't need to do that. Our dating software is less than $1,000, and it allows you to do exactly the same thing, but for less money. Because at the end of the day, you don't want to spend $10, $15, $20,000 only to possibly give up after 3 months or having it fail or whatever it may be, and then you're out $10,000, $15,000. At least with our solution, you don't have to have a huge overhead, and it shouldn't be that way anyway. So you shouldn't have to spend $20,000 to start a dating site. When it comes to running your dating site, you want to make sure that you get some type of reliable hosting. We offer free hosting to all of our customers. All of our hosting servers are dedicated servers that are at GoDaddy, so they are American based out of Arizona. So our servers are located here. We do have servers located in Europe that are used for as a content delivery network. So that if someone's sitting in, say, Germany, and they access your dating site, they'll hit a server in the Europe before they hit the American server, because it will cut down on the time to load. And when someone loads the website, it'll load faster because it's loading from say England or somewhere over in Europe, as opposed to bringing that data across from the United States. So we use a CDN network to push this out across the world to make it easier for your members and faster for your members. So going back on the marketing component, a lot of customers ask me the same question: how do I market my dating site? And it's very easy. A lot of people want to, or I should say, a lot of people have ideas that, oh, I've got to pay for AdWords, I've got to pay for Bing ads or Microsoft ads. You don't have to do that. You can utilize social media, and I've talked about this before in my social media marketing podcast, but here's a prime example of how to use social media where it doesn't cost you anything. So create a Twitter account, then get your Twitter account set up for your dating website, get your image, your profile header, get your profile set up, get your image set up, start getting a few tweets out there. You want to definitely get probably around 30 or 40 tweets where it talks about your dating site, links back to it, use some really cool looking imagery. This is called creating content. Use some videos if you want. And what you want to do then is you want to go out and find someone that is in your niche. For example, if you're into hiking, you want to go out and find some top hiking related Twitter profiles. And then you want to follow their followers. You can see it on their profile, you can see their followers, click on them, and then start following them. So based on the research that we've done and the actual work we've done, we're seeing somewhere around 30% follow back. So that means when you follow someone, out of 100 people that you follow, 30 are going to follow you back. That's free marketing. These people are now following you so that when you start tweeting, when you start pushing out content, they're going to see it, they're going to come to your website. This is how you generate free traffic, relevant traffic to your dating website. Also, it doesn't have to be just hiking. So you can go out to, for example, Match.com, Twitter profile, and look at their followers and start following them. The psychology here is that Match.com is a generic dating website, but we all know niche market dating sites work very well. So you can still, and I hate to use the word, you can steal people from there. So even though you're a hiking dating site or whatever it may be, you may be hitting some people that are interested in that, and they'll come over and they'll check out your site, download your app or whatever. But again, you want to follow as many people that are relevant to your dating site, hikers. So if your dating site is for wine drinkers, then you want to go out and look for Twitter handles that talk about wine. Find influencers and start following their followers. You can do the same thing on Instagram, and you'll be surprised how many people will follow you back. And before you know it, you've got 300-400 followers in a couple weeks. And these people see your tweets that you're tweeting about. This is where you start pushing content relevant to your dating site. You're talking about, okay, I've got a lifetime membership. First 1,000 people signing up, get a free lifetime membership. It's all about building that profile base, and you can do that free using social media marketing. In closing, as you can see, you don't need to spend thousands and thousands of dollars on creating a dating website. You can spend no money on marketing and start building that profile base. So it's easier than ever to create a dating website. So again, you don't need to spend thousands of dollars. So if you have any questions about the dating industry or our dating software, feel free to give us a call. feel free to shoot us an email. Just hit us up at iDateMedia.com. Thanks and take care.